Hi, my name is Michael Remek. I'm a programmer of mobile apps and websites, and I'm a digital nomad. For me, it means freedom and working in an environment that's comfortable for me. For everyone else, I think it means working in remote locations. If you're a highly social person, then being a digital nomad will probably not work. In fact, having your own company or working remotely will not work at all. Have a safety net. Don't just jump out, don't quit your job, go freelance and become a digital nomad. It's the wrong way to go. I would take a short trip. In fact, one of the best advice I've ever read about being a digital nomad or how to get into that lifestyle is to begin by working from home 2 or 3 days a week. Then if you're comfortable with that, then move to 4 days a week and then progress into working full-time remote from home, and then try going on a short vacation or something like a working vacation where you have a defined time, say 2 weeks away from home. It will get you out of your comfort zone, force you to find workspaces, and it will help you determine if you're capable of becoming a digital nomad. As a beginner, some companies will allow you to work remotely, and that's probably the easiest way to do it. So look for jobs where on the job description it says explicitly, we allow remote employment. Otherwise, it can be a huge challenge. In fact, that is one of the most time-consuming parts of being a digital nomad, is constantly searching for new contracts. There are, of course, sites like freelancer.com, Upwork, or other sites like that, or 7 Days. There are countless sites that post jobs. That's the most obvious route. The other is having your own network, and nothing can replace experience and a network of potential clients that you're connected to. That is probably your strongest asset, is your network. Without that, it can be extremely difficult. I've been doing it for 17 years. For the most part, I've been thriving at it. There are obviously waves, and that's one of the most difficult. A very difficult part of being a digital nomad is being able to budget and knowing that you're not always going to have contracts. Sometimes you'll go a month without a single contract, and you have to have savings in place to get you through those. And it's not just as a digital nomad, that's as an entrepreneur or as a business owner. You have to understand the cycle of income over the course of a year and know that for 5 months out of the year or 7 months out of the year, I have a huge income. For 4 months, I have nearly nothing because of the cycles of budgets for corporations or whatever it is. If you work a seasonal, there are different periods where off periods, and you have to account for those. And those are the times that you can also take advantage of those times and use those down times, to travel and really enjoy the places that you visit.
The bright side of being a digital nomad.
Wow, I've got quite a list. Favorites are probably Vietnam, Thailand. Cambodia was a little challenging. New Zealand. Iceland was an incredible experience and easy to work in. But I've worked all over Europe, Scandinavia, Southeast Asia, Central America, all over the United States, everywhere from lakes out of the back of my Honda Element to nice hotel rooms in Australia. While being a digital nomad is an incredible experience for many, it can be a difficult life to navigate for many. There are You work alone most of the time. You have fewer interactions with other people, and for many that's a very difficult aspect of it. Even something as simple as finding an effective workspace where you're comfortable for several hours at a time, or there is sufficient broadband to upload work, can be a challenge. And all of those challenges eat away at your effective work time. And so all of those things need to be considered, and it's something that you become somewhat of an expert at. And some people are okay with sitting in the middle of a crowd and there's people running around, kids screaming, and they can still work. I'm highly distracted, so for me it requires headphones, loud music, a baseball cap to shut out visual interference, and an appropriate seat that doesn't kill my back after 2 hours. So I highly recommend experimenting, becoming a digital nomad, but be aware that there are distinct challenges. Not necessarily. It is there, and fortunately there's enough broadband in areas, and this again depends on if you're reliant on broadband. But no, I don't think Cebu is one of the best places I've ever been to. The ultimate best has probably been Indonesia. Ubud, Indonesia, or Canggu, Indonesia, right on the coast. It's amazing. It's beautiful. The prices are great. The environment is second to none. And you get up in the morning, surf or swim, then you work for 4 hours. You can get up and go for an adventure. You work more. It's just an amazing place to be. So there are some companies and co-working spaces that offer living spaces as well. In fact, there's one in Vietnam that I liked quite a bit. They have a fantastic cafe, meeting rooms, broadband, and living spaces upstairs. I think they have eight apartments that you can rent, depending on what country you're in. Ubud and Canggu are very well known, and they can be a bit pricey. In fact, for living arrangements, I would recommend finding your own spaces on something like Airbnb. If you're in Vietnam, those can be as little as $300 a month. When I was working in Chiang Mai, Thailand, I paid $250 a month for a full-service apartment overlooking the old historic city. It was amazing. Give it a try. It's an amazing experience, but leave yourself out. Have a savings and a way to get home.